reliant on Connect. Everybody's been talking about, are they too reliant on Connect? If you take that to mean, yes, if he doesn't score enough, you lose, then no, they're not. They're 13-3 when he scores under 20. They're 7-2 when he scores under 15. That's not a team that's doomed when he doesn't perform. However, last month or so, I think the last few weeks, I think you could look at it and now ask, are they too reliant the other way? In other words, if he's scoring too much, is that where they get in trouble? Let's continue looking at these numbers, and you'll know why I foreshadowed that. Three-point shooting for Tennessee. Here they are in their 8 losses. 67 made threes of 239. They're shooting 28% in their 8 losses. All right, and they attempt 30 threes a game in their losses. In their 24 wins, they're attempting only 24 threes a game, so 6 less, and they're hitting 36.7. That's not terrible. That's not terrible from 3. Any thoughts? Or keep going?
Well, I think it goes back to our offense gets more stagnant in losses, and I think that's why you end up shooting deeper shots, you shoot contested shots, you shoot late in the clock shots, as opposed to when we're playing free-flowing offense, we're playing transition, you're getting better opportunistic three-pointers.
They're good in the paint, too.
Yeah.
When you shoot less threes, it's just higher percentage overall. That's their best when ADU is engaged, when they're aggressive, and they're scoring on both levels.
Glad you said that. Let's take a look at these next graphics. This is points per game in their wins versus their losses. All right, I just went with the big 6 guys. In wins, you see that when it goes from wins to losses, Gainey's scoring drops 1.2 per game, not huge. Vescovy falls off 2.7. James is the big drop. He drops about 4 points per game in losses. Ziegler, about the same. Adu, -2. Connect goes up 5 points in losses. They rely on Connect. It's like, okay, nobody else is doing anything. Yep. Here you go, hero, go get them. And then let's look at field goal attempts in wins versus losses. The next graphic, if we can get that up there. There we go. Gainey's shots go up in losses. Vescovy's shots go up in losses. Ziegler shots, he got 3 more shots a game in losses. Connect, 4.5 more shots a game. James, just down a little. Adu, down almost 4 shots a game in losses, which I think speaks to what you're talking about. And then let's throw in the last one just to get these graphics out of the way. Here are the big 6 in wins versus losses. Everybody talks about, Chuck brought it up. We've talked about it on this show, Vescovy, sorry. Vescovy and James scored 94 points combined in Tennessee's 8 losses. Okay, looks bad, but here's the percentage thing. This is interesting. In wins, Gainey, James, and Vescovy average about 28% of Tennessee's points. In losses, where Tennessee averages 13 points less per game in their losses, in those losses, Gainey, James, and Vescovy average about 25% of the points. Not a huge switch there. But look at Adu, Connect, and Ziegler. In wins, they're about 53% of the points. In losses, they're about 68% of your scoring in losses. So it's your bench guys, not necessarily just Gainey, James, and Vescovy. It's your bench guys that disappear in those losses. Does that mean less minutes for those guys? And you're sticking with your starters more? Either way, you still need those guys, your veteran leaders especially. Vescovy and James, guys who came back specifically for this, you need them to start picking up slack. When you look at that number, to me, that stands out. The fact 53% of your points when they win goes to those 3 guys. 68% what they lose, that's not good.
Well, I've been saying it all year that it's those other 3 guys. The Adu, the Ziegler, the Connect, those are your guys. This team is going to go as far as the other 3, the Gaineys, the Zieglers, the Josiahs. What can they bring from the table? And now what teams are doing to us is they're staying hugged up on penetration, and they're making those guys, they're already pretty one-dimensional. Vescovy's a catch-and-shoot guy. He's not going to get all the way to the rim and finish.
And he's never looked comfortable this year with this offense.
Correct. Josiah's a more catch-and-shoot now. He may get to a middle pull-up jump shot, but he's not getting all the way to the rim. Gainey's a catch-and-shoot guy. And so they're staying huggy and making Ziegler, making Connect finish at the rim, playing Adu one-on-one, and leaving those guys to be standstill shooters. And if they're not shooting the ball well,